Do you know what's the funniest thing in startups? No, this won't be broken products or creepy landing pages that developers are making. The funniest thing I see in startups is when people try to plan out their strategy to get to 10,000 customers before they close a single sale. It's so funny just because it's super uncertain environment and you cannot plan even 6 months in advance. I'm not saying that you should forget about planning and strategy. Sure, you want to be considerate about your resources, where you head, which market you want to go for, and how you approach it. Absolutely. But you want to get market feedback as soon as possible. This will allow you to get more information on your ideal customers, understand whether they need your product or not, and adjust accordingly. Many times, what I see among founders is that they would come up with the idea that senior managers in marketing agencies are their ideal buyers. And then they would sit for months and months planning every single detail on how they will be building a billion-dollar business by selling to them. Then what happens next? After 12 months of beautiful planning, building the product, and getting ready to go for it, they start reaching out to the senior marketers. What happens next? They don't get any replies. They don't get replies to 100 messages, to 500 messages, to 1,000 messages. And then you end up in a very weird situation where at some point you already spent 12 months of effort planning for going for a particular market, but this market doesn't show any interest towards your solution. So what do you do in this situation? That's exactly why at SaaS Camp, I always plan out the strategy such a way that we get market feedback lightning fast. And by lightning fast, I mean that the day we have our first go-to-market strategy session, we would go and start reaching out to our potential customers, because only in conversations with them would we be able to learn who they are, whether they need our product or not, and how exactly we need to communicate our value proposition in order for us to close sales with them and to be converting them on a regular basis. You want every single 100 messages to be bringing you at least, I want to say 5 meetings and 1 sale, but I understand that early on this can be quite a challenge. So in case you are under 10 sales and you are still in this figuring out phase, okay, at least 5 replies per 100 messages. If you don't get 5 replies per 100 messages, couple things may be wrong. Either your emails are landing in spam, that's the most obvious one. Either your emails are not being opened and that's why you check your open rate. You want it to be above 50% and ideally in the range between 70 and 85. And if you're getting 70 to 80% open rate with people not replying to you, then it's about your message. One of the things you can fix first is stop selling in the first message. For your first sales, it's oftentimes going to be you first getting replies from your potential buyers, because you want to get conversations first. In the conversation, you qualify them for your product, then you will see if they're interested or not, and this will allow you to communicate your value better. Let me give you an example. Say I want to sell these headphones, and I would reach out to my potential market being teenagers who love skateboarding. I would go and start, where can I find them? Either TikTok or Instagram. I would find a tool that can do lead generation on TikTok or Instagram and start getting in conversations with them. If, okay, had this like headphones validated demand, all clear, but say we're talking about a startup and for which you don't yet know whether people are interested or not. In this situation, you first want to ask people questions. And if you are not getting replies to your questions, then you got to fix your questions. Imagine you're growing a tool for SEO optimization. The question you can go for could be, hi Ben, are you currently doing SEO at funny company? Usually this yes/no style questions would be giving you a high reply rate. Then after you get responses, then it would be easier for you to start having conversations. Throughout the conversation, you would ask 3-4 questions to qualify them, and imagine that your SEO tool is best suitable for guys who are in the companies between 10 and 20 employees, agencies, and they want to have 3 or more content writers. In that case, after you get reply to the first question, the next one you would ask is, cool, and how many people are working at your startup? They come up with a reply. After you know how many people, then you ask, oh nice, and are there 3 or more content writers you've got? They're like, yeah, sure, we've got 6. Perfect, because I'm now building an SEO tool that is perfectly suitable for agencies of 10-20 people who've got more than 3 copywriters. It allows them to get this result in this time frame without having to go through this pain point and this pain point. Would you be interested to have a chat? If you are currently busy building a strategy how to get first 10,000 customers, stop. You want to overcome this fear of rejection and actually get into conversations with your potential buyers, because without that, it will be impossible for you to bring this to market. I believe that direct outreach is the fastest way to gain traction with a product. Why? Because with SEO, you would spend months and months before you get some people to your website. And after you got these people, how do you know how to position your website? Because you would not even understand what these people are. Sure, for people who are in super competitive niches, you can go for SEO as your growth channel. But mind this, growth channel. For first 30 to 50 sales, I still believe that combination of direct outreach and content marketing would work best. Don't bother building the strategy for hitting 10, 20, 30,000 customers. Yes, maybe some of the VCs told you that they want to see the clear path from start to the exit. Could be. But if you're under 10 customers, focus on how you can get your first 10 customers. Interestingly, after you close first 10 sales and get people to convert and stay in your product for a few months, you'll be further than 90% of other startup founders. So many of them would be still working their jobs, minding their stuff, then doing their hobbies, and then as their 10th priority on a weekend, they would code the solution for a few hours, do a bunch of stuff, but well, it would never work for them. Why? Because you are busy stealing the eyeballs of their potential users. See how you can get your first 10 customers first. Because if you get 10 customers, this means that you can get 100, and 100 gets you to 1,000. 1,000 customers paying you $50 a month, gonna be getting you enough MRR to make an exit, which would let you, okay, not retire forever, but at least have a nice trip to Bali. If you feel that you want some help with your startup and your growth is not where it needs to be, apply to SaaS Camp Accelerator, and I'll be happy to help you out. See you in the next video.